Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Coding English Literature. Friends, the topic of today's discussion is I.A.Richards. Now I.A.Richards belong to a school of literary theory which is known as New Criticism. Friends, before we jump into the topic, I would request you to kindly go and watch my previous video wherein I have made a complete detailed video about the introduction of literary theory. The link of that video is in the description box. Now friends, this is a new channel which is totally devoted to the students of English literature, and I must say that I need cooperation from you. So please subscribe to my channel and please like the video and share the videos. Let's directly dive into the topic I.A.Richards. Now for the better understanding of the topic I.A.Richards, I have divided the topic into 4 parts. Number 1 is introduction, number 2 is important works, number 3 is important concepts, and number 4 is coding. Now as I have already mentioned in my previous videos that at the end of the video I will be providing you with the coding, and that coding will help you to memorize the important works of that particular writer. So at the end of the of this topic I will give you the coding and you can easily remember the name of the important works of I.A.Richards. So now let's begin the topic with introduction. Now I.A.Richards full name was Ivor Armstrong Richards. He was a critic, he was a poet, and he was also a rhetorician, and he was the founding member of the school called New Criticism. But my friend, you must remember that he never used the term new criticism. He used the term practical criticism. He used the term practical criticism. He never used the term new criticism is in work. Now what is practical criticism? Practical criticism basically is a book which was published by I.A.Richards. And when did he publish this work? He published this work when he was a professor. He gave his student certain poems to analyze, and he didn't disclose any information about the poems, be it the name of the poet or the genre of the poem. And what he did, he observed those responses, and he found that those responses by the students were very objective in nature. That means it was very much unbiased in nature, and he collected all those observation experiments, and he published a book named as Practical Criticism. This is one of his most important work, Practical Criticism. We will deal with it when we will be discussing about the important works of I.A.Richards. Okay, so you must remember that new criticism, the concept of new criticism was given by I.A.Richards, but he never used the term new criticism in his work. He used the term practical criticism. Then the question arises, who used the term new criticism? The term new criticism was first of all used by J.E. Spingham. Remember these names. These are frequently asked in examinations. J.E. Spingham. J.E. Spingham was the one who for the first time gave the concept of new criticism. Not concept, but he gave the term new criticism. While delivering a speech, he used the term new criticism. But this term never got popularized. It was popularized when it was first used by John Crow Ransom, another important critic of new criticism, J.E. Ransom. So what J.E. Ransom did? J.E. Ransom published a book with the name New Criticism, okay, and from that moment this whole movement was known as New Criticism, and it got popularized with the name of New Criticism. So 3 things are there. First, who used the term, who gave the concept of new criticism? The concept was given by I.A.Richards, but with the name of practical criticism. Second, who for the first time used the term new criticism? It was J.E. Spingham. And third, who popularized the term new criticism? It was John Crow Ransom. Friends, apart from this, you must remember that this movement, new criticism, was very much influenced by the thinking of late Victorian critics such as Matthew Arnold, T.S. Eliot. Why? Because these were the writers who always said that a work should be analyzed only on the basis of what is written in the text. It should be very much unbiased in nature, and this unbiased nature was the sole concept of new criticism also. Okay friends, now two more important terms you should remember while dealing with new criticism. The first is autotelic text. Autotelic text. And the second is close reading. These are frequently asked in examinations like UGC-NET, that autotelic text is a concept which is found in which literary theory. You must remember that it is found in new criticism, or close reading is found in new criticism. So you must remember this. Now autotelic text means what? Auto means, if you analyze the word in Hindi, auto means self, telic means tell. That means autotelic text means that a text is self-contained in nature. It is free from external factors. It is free from the influence of poet. A text speaks for itself. Okay, so you must remember that a text speaks for itself. It is free from the influence of the writer. It does not depend on the name of the poet. A work does not depend on the name of the poet, or the genre of the poet, or the age of the poet. So you must remember that that text is autotelic text according to new criticism. Now what is close reading? Close reading means that you do a deep analysis of any text, and deep analysis of any text means that text should be analyzed purely on the basis of what is written in the text. That means you should consider the factors like figure of speech, like simile, like metaphor, like symbols which are used in which are used in that text, and through that you should always analyze any text. Okay, so these were the basic introduction of new criticism. When we talk about the important works by I.A.Richard, the first important work by I.A.Richard is Meaning of Meaning, and this work was written in collaboration with C.K. Ogden. Remember the name, friends, C.K. Ogden, frequently asked in examinations that I.A.Richard's Meaning of Meaning was written in collaboration with whom, and the answer will be C.K. Ogden. Number second important work written was Principles of Literary Criticism. The third important work written is Practical Criticism. It also has a subtitle, A Study of Literary Judgment. A Study of Literary Judgment. Very much important. Asked several times that what is the subtitle of Practical Criticism. You must remember that it is a study of literary judgment. Number fourth work is Philosophy of Rhetorics. Rhetorics. Apart from these major work, a minor work was also written by I.A.Richard, and it was once asked in UGC-NET examination. You must remember that name. It is Science and Poetry. Minor work. Only remember the name, Science and Poetry. Work Science and Poetry was written by I.A.Richard. Okay, friend. These were the important works which was written by I.A.Richard. Now, when we talk about the important concept which was given by I.A.Richard, the first important concept which was given by I.A.Richard is 4 kinds of meaning. 4 kinds of meaning. and number second is two uses of language. Now, four kinds of meaning was given in his work Practical Criticism. And two uses of language was given in his work Principles of Literary Criticism. Principles of Literary Criticism. Now friend, what are the four kinds of meaning according to I.A.Richards? The four kinds of meaning according to I.A.Richards are sense, feeling, tone and intention. Now friends, frequently asked in different examination. Number first question, they asked that four kinds of meaning or two uses of language was concept which was given by, you should remember, I.A.Richards. Now second important thing is that four kinds of meaning was given in which work? It was given in Practical Criticism. Two uses of language was given in which work? Principles of Literary Criticism. Another important work is what are the four kinds of meaning according to I.A.Richards. You must remember that four kinds of meaning according to I.A.Richards are sense, feeling, tone and intention. Now, when I elaborate this, what is sense, feeling, tone and intention? According to I.A.Richards, whenever any text is written, there are basically four kinds of meaning which is found in that text. Okay, that is sense, feeling, tone and intention. And the blending of these four kinds of meaning will give the reader a total meaning. Okay, a total meaning will be arrived only by the blending of these four kinds of meaning. Plus, you should also remember that one of the meaning will be dominant in that text. Okay, suppose I give you an example. Suppose in poetry, if you write a poetry, what will be which kind of meaning will be dominant? It will be feeling. In poetry, you always find feeling as a dominant meaning. But suppose in a lecture, in a speech by politician, what will be dominant? It will be intention. He will always deliver a speech based on intention. So you must remember this point. Okay friends, so you should always remember this fact. Now second, two uses of language. Now two uses of language was given in Principle of Literary Criticism, and according to I.A.Richards, the two uses of language are scientific and number second is emotive. Now scientific and emotive. Scientific means related to science, which can be answered in yes or no. Okay, so he says that language are used only for two purposes, whether it will be scientific or it will have an emotive intention. Now scientific means whenever we talk about the reality, whenever we talk about the logic, okay, and it will be always answerable in yes or no. But when we talk about the feelings, the emotions, then emotive will be there. Okay, suppose in poetry emotions are attached, so emotive use of that language will be done in that case. Okay, so you must remember these important points. Frequently asked, in various examinations, these are the things which are frequently asked. You should also remember one thing, that apart from these two important concepts, he also gave a concept which is known as feed forward. Now feed forward is just opposite of feedback. In feedback, what happens? That the audience becomes the critic and they give their review. Okay, they give their opinion. But in feed forward, the person himself becomes the critic. He is the self-critic of himself. Okay, so you should remember that feed forward is a concept which was given, which is given by I.A.Richards. It was once asked in a set examination. I think in Karnataka set examination they have asked that feed forward was a concept which was given by. So you should remember that it was I.A.Richards. So these were the important concepts by I.A.Richards. Now friends, the fourth part of this video lecture is coding system. I have already told you several times that in my videos you will always find the coding system through which you can remember the important works and important concept which was given by a particular writer. I use this technology, I use this method to prepare for myself when I was preparing for UGC-NET, and I am sharing the same thing with you, okay, this coding system. Now in order to learn the important works by I.A.Richards, you should remember that which work is most important work by I.A. Richards. It is practical criticism. So write down practical criticism. And now look at the coding, how we will do the coding. You circle M from here, you circle P from here. Write down 4 here, write down 1 here. I gave you the 5 important works by I.A.Richards. The first is from M. It will start from M, meaning of meaning. And 4 works of I.A.Richards will begin from the word P. The first is Principles of Literary Criticism. Principles of Literary Criticism. Number second is Practical Criticism. Number third is Philosophy of Rhetorics. And number 4th is Poetry and Science. All the 4 works are beginning from the word P. So friend, you saw that how easy it is to remember the work by going into the coding system, and I will always provide you coding system in my video lecture so that it become easy for you to learn the important works as well as important concept by a particular writer. Okay, so friend, you always try to learn by this method. Okay, you must invent or you must see how coding is done, and when you remember the coding you will be able to remember the important work by a particular writer. Now friend, I.A.Richard is a very important topic, and I will be dealing with the previous year question of all of the questions which was asked on I.A.Richards in all the previous year, be it be UGC-NET or be it be any state eligibility test. Okay, and those questions, those previous year questions will be uploaded on my Telegram channel, and the link of that Telegram channel I will be giving you in my description box. So kindly go to that channel, subscribe to the channel, and within 1 or 2 days all the previous year questions based on I.A.Richards will be made available on that platform. Okay, so friends, today I have gave you the concept of I.A.Richards. I have gave you all the important works, all the important concepts by I.A.Richards. This is sufficient for you. Okay, this is sufficient for any examination. Kindly share the video, like the video, and subscribe the channel, which will give me motivation to prepare more videos for you. Okay friends, see you in the next video. Thank you.